Hey guys, welcome back to my channel AG Motion Designs, and in today's video we are going to create this amazing Burger King logo animation inside of After Effects without using any third-party plugin but with the help of Adobe Illustrator and Adobe Photoshop. So without wasting any more time, let's get started. So here we are in Adobe Illustrator. I have two illustrations over here. One is for my burger and second one is for our hand. So what I'll do first, I'll create a new not composition but new Illustrator file, and for the width I'll choose 1920, height is 180, and let's create this file. Now we will choose this burger over here, hit Ctrl C, go to our file, press Ctrl Shift V and adjust it at the middle. Press E to select our transform tool, and by holding Alt and Shift I'll bring down the size a little bit, just like this. Now in this hand illustrations I'll choose this one, hit Ctrl C, go to our main file, create a new layer, press Ctrl Shift V and increase the size little bit by holding Shift, like this. If you want to eat this Illustrator, then I have provided the link of this Illustrator in my description, so go and check it out. Now after that, what we will do, we will select this one, right click and make it ungroup, just like it. Now select this thing and we will choose our direct selection tool, and with the help of that, what I will do, by holding Shift I'll select this point first, and by holding Shift I'll select this point first, and we will move this points over here just like that. Now after that, what we will do, we want this thing on the separate layer, but before that, what we will do, we will select the whole hand like this, right click, go to the transform and we will choose reflect, and we will make it horizontal just like this, then hit OK. Rotate it a little bit just like it. Now after this, we want this thumb on the separate layer, so for that, what we'll do, I'll select all these things including the small details, press Ctrl X, create a new layer, press Ctrl Shift V to paste in place, and I'll hide this hand for now, hit Ctrl 0 now. Now we need this burger to be each and every object should be on the separate layer, so for that, what we will do, we will simply hit right click, choose ungroup over here. Now after that, select this bun, hit Ctrl X, create a new layer, press Ctrl Shift V, and we will hide this one. Now we need to follow the same procedure for all of them. Simply hit Ctrl X and we want each and every one of separate layer. We don't need this shadow over here, so I'll delete this shadow. Select this one, press Ctrl X, create new layer and press Ctrl Shift V. We will follow the same procedure. Sorry for that. Select this one, hit Ctrl X, create new layer, press Ctrl Shift V. Now as we can see, all of them are on the separate layer. Hit Ctrl 0, save this file just like so. So our Illustrator is done. Now we will go to the Photoshop. I have this Burger King logo over here. First thing we need to do, we need to remove this right color. So I'll choose magic eraser tool and I'll simply click over here. So as you can see, the white color is no more. Now after that, we need to separate all of them on the separate layer. So what we need to do, choose P for pen tool and we will select this Burger King text just like so. Select this and hit Ctrl Enter. Simply hit Ctrl X to cut it out. Create a new layer, press Ctrl Shift V to paste in place. Now press L to select our lasso tool. I'll select this R over here. Select this layer, hit Ctrl X, create new layer, press Ctrl Shift V. Now same procedure we will follow for the remaining ones. Ctrl X, create new layer, press Ctrl Shift V. Ctrl X, create new layer, press Ctrl Shift V, just like so. Hit Ctrl 0 and save our logo file. Now we will move to the Adobe After Effects. Now we will create a new composition. We will name it as main animation. Width is 1920, height is 180, frame rate is 30, duration is 1 minute, and background color is solid white. Then simply hit OK. We will choose grid and void option and hit title section, control. So here is my Illustrator file. I'll simply select this Illustrator file, import as. I'll choose composition, written layers and sizes, and simply hit import. And we will drag this thing over here, double click on it. Now we don't need these hands for now, so I'll hide them. We will select this burger. We will move a little bit at the center. Now go to main animation, hit Ctrl I. We will select our Photoshop file, simply again composition, written layers and sizes, and simply hit import. And don't make any changes over here, simply hit OK. Now we will deal with this Photoshop file later. First thing we need to do, we need to animate our Illustrator file. So for that, what we'll do, we will select this layer. But before animating or doing any stuff, what we need to do, we will select this, press Ctrl Shift C, and we will make it pre-comp. And we don't need to choose leave all attributes in untitled one or anything. We will choose move all attributes into the new composition and simply hit OK. But we need to follow the same procedure for all of them, and we will make it a pre-comp by simply hitting Ctrl Shift C. Just like so, like this. Now select all of them. We will choose this option for right now. For what? We need to adjust this anchor point to the center of each and every one. So choose Y to select our pen behind tool, and we will adjust this anchor point to the center of each and every one. This one should be over here. This one should be here. This one should be here, and this one should be here. Now all the anchor points are adjusted. Now we will select all of them and we will uncheck this option. Now we need to go to our main part of this tutorial, press P for position and create one keyframe initially. Go to around 20 frames and again create one keyframe. Go to the start and move this thing over here. Just like so, and after 20 frames, go few frames forwards up to 1.10 frames or even less than that. Again create one keyframe, and in middle of these two keyframes, we will move this thing a little bit upward. And after that, again create few keyframe over here, and in middle of that, we will move it a little bit upward, not much more. So if we hit play, we will get this kind of stuff. Now this is not good looking animation, so we need to tweak some settings. Select all the keyframes and hit F9 and go to the graph editor, zoom in a little bit, go over here and move this thing over here so you can see my graph. Now I'll select this handle by holding shift. I'll simply drag it over here. Now select this handle and by holding shift I'll drag it over here. Now after that I'll select this one. I'll drag this handle over here and this handle over here. We'll select this one, move this handle over here, and for this one move this handle over here. Select this one, move this handle over here, and this one should be here. Select this one, move it over here, and this one should be here. So if we see, we are getting this kind of animation. Now we need to add what we call them secondary action for this animation. So for that we will choose one effect which is known as CC Bend It. So initially I'll hide all of them except for my last one. So go to the effect and presets panel and search for CC Bend It. Here is our effect and simply double click on it. After that we are getting two anchor points over here. So topmost anchor point should be over here and this anchor point should be over here. Now because of that, what will happen, if I increase the bend, we will get this kind of bending animations. So we need to create some keyframes. So I'll create one keyframe over here and simply hit U, select this one and hit U. I'll move this thing over here now. Initially it should be 0, but at this point it should be around, let's say 40, around over here, and at this point it should be 0. After a few frames it should be like this, on -50, let's say. Again create one keyframe at the top. Over here it should be 0, and at this point it should be around 40. Again create one keyframe over here, sorry, zoom in a little bit, create one keyframe, hit page down button to move forward, and let's make it 0. So if we hit play, and we will see this kind of animations. I'll move this keyframe a little bit over here. We need to simply adjust the keyframes around that. Now select those keyframes and hit F9, and let's see how animation looks. It looks pretty much good. Now after that, what we need to do, select this layer, select this effect, make sure that you are at the start, select this CC Bandit effect, hit Ctrl C, select all of them and hit Ctrl V, hit U. As we can see, our all animations is done over here, but we need to do some changes over here. We will unhide this layer for now. As you can see, we are not getting proper results. If I hide this one, I mean they are a little bit proper, for we need to do some changes. Select this, and if I move this thing over here, we need to move this ending anchor point should be over here, and the start anchor point should be middle of that illustration. Same procedure we will follow for all of them. We will select this. If you click on this CC Bandit, you will get these anchor points. Simply by holding shift you can move them over here. Again we will hide this one and we will unhide this one. Select those effects and move those anchor points over here, and this one over here. Again I'll select this one, select this effect, move this anchor point over here, and this one should be over here. Again select this one. As you can see why we are adjusting the anchor point, we are getting some errors over here, so we need to adjust these anchor points. They are not anchor points actually, I don't know what we call them, so I hope you understand what I'm saying. Yeah, so if I unhide all of them, hit U now, you will get this kind of stuff. Now as you will know, our simple technique, we need to adjust them after every 20 frames. We will move them like this one like this. Let's see how does it looks. It looks very slow, so I will move them. Let's around 20 frames, not 20 but 10 frames. Let's see how does it looks. Oops. Okay, we hit play now. We will get this kind of animation. This looks also good to me. There is nothing wrong with this animation. Now after that, what we will do, we will create one null object. We will move this null object over here. Move this over here, select all of them and make it a parent with this null one. As you can see, if I press S, unlink this scale, as you can see, we can squish this just like so. Now we need to do our hand animation. I'll select this thing, I'll make it a parent with this hand, select this hand and drag it at the bottom, and we'll move this over here. After this animation, we want hand animation, so around 3 seconds. Select this hand, press S for scaling option and scale it like so. We will move this over here. Now press P for position, create one keyframe, hit U, go over here, and I'll move at this point. I'll move this over here, and at this point I'll move this over here. Just like so. Select this one, hit F9. Let's see how does it looks. And at this point I'll move it upward again. I'll squeeze it again, move it upward, and at this point I'll move it totally down like this. So if we see, select all the keyframes, hit right click, keyframe interpolation, current settings to linear, and hit OK. Move this last keyframe a little bit over here. Let's see how does it looks. And at this point I'll copy my first keyframe just like so. So if you see, just like this. Now our hand animation is done. Now what we need to do, we will select this scale. Now zoom in a little bit, hit page down button and move our keyframe forward. At this point it should create one keyframe over here, go few frame forwards, and we need to decrease the scale. At this point should be like this, and this scale should be like this. At this point select this keyframe and hit Ctrl C, Ctrl V. Select those keyframes and hit F9. I'll move this thing over here, so you'll get some squeezy animation. Again at this point I'll select this keyframe, hit Ctrl C, Ctrl V. At this point Ctrl C, Ctrl V. At this point we need to make it a more squeezy look over here, just like so, and go few frame forwards, and all we need to do, select all of them, Alt, close bracket. So if you see, this is our animation, just like this. Now at this point what we will do, we will hit Ctrl 0 and we will add our, where is our logo? I think this one. Simply bring our logo over here, double click on it, select all the content inside this, hit Ctrl X, hit Ctrl V, simply move this thing over here, go over here, open bracket, we don't need this thing, select all of them, press P for position, create one keyframe, go over here, move all of them over here, go over here and bring it this logo at the center. Now select those keyframe, hit F9, go to the graph editor, select this graph by holding shift. I'll move it over here, select this, zoom in, I'll move it over here. Select this handle, move this thing over here, select this handle, move this thing over here. If I hit play, this is our animation. Press R for rotation, create one keyframe over here, hit U, go over here, create one keyframe, and let's make it one complete rotation. Press R only now, select those keyframe, hit F9, go to the graph editor, select this graph editor by holding shift. I'll adjust it like this, just like this. Now press S, decrease the scale of each and every one. Now go to the align tab, press P, align it horizontally and then align it vertically, and now we will adjust the position around here. Press S, align this scale, not now, create one keyframe, go over here and create, let's say 100 over here. Now initially unlink these options, and we need to increase the scale of this one like this one like this, like this. Select those keyframes and hit F9, so we'll get this kind of animation. Now hit page down, more this, select this thing and select open bracket, same procedure, open bracket and open bracket, just like this. Now if we go to our main animation, hit end, and if we see, our animation will look like this. Now select, go inside this animation, select all of them and make sure you are choosing this motion blur option. Press Ctrl Y to create a solid background, and if we play now, we will get this kind of animation with little bit a motion blur, just like this. So yep, this is our final animation of burger. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this tutorial. If you like this tutorial, then please consider to subscribe this channel and also hit the bell icon for more updates. And if you want to watch After Effects tutorials in Hindi, then please consider to visit my another channel called AG Animations. Link will be available in the description. Until then, stay tuned.